linebacker, and he looks like he's having a really good week of practice. I mean, what is your vantage point, your view of him and some of those other young guys from that draft class that are?
Yeah, they've those guys have dealt with some injuries in their rookie year, but they've come miles since then. Ack in particular, since just this offseason, he looks like a different person. I mean, he's running around, explosive, making plays. So, he's building a case for himself, and that's good.
What stands out to you about Jaquaski and his development so far?
Jaquaski, he's physical. I mean, if you watch that Texas game when he's out there playing in the vice on punt return, he gave Demo, who was the guy that was here, he kind of gave him the business on that, and we laughed about it with Demo, but I mean that was a great play by him. So he's physical, he's not afraid of contact, and I think the coaches like that a lot.
How have you seen going against the offense? How have you seen it progress and over these last 3 weeks?
Well, Cap has weapons. I mean, at every spot. There's Vernon, the tight end group for one. We have to have the best tight end group in the league. That's just a deep position for us, and as well as receivers. And the addition of Torrey has been great. He's a deep threat, a real deep threat, and like I said, Cap just has a lot of weapons to get the ball to.
Have you seen Jimmy kind of come back from the second foot surgery and
Well, yesterday was his first real day of practice, and he was flying, and I mean flying. The kid has wheels, and I didn't even know it because he's been hurt. So, I mean, a couple plays needs to instantly opening our eyes and yeah, we need to get him out there. So he just needs to keep doing his thing and make some plays.
How are things going for you this camp?
It's going well. New defense, but I like it a lot. A lot of calls, but I take pride in knowing what to do, and so I take pride in getting the guys lining up and making the right checks. So it's a mental game for me, and I like it.
How much easier is it second year with Antoine, knowing each other's body language and playing on the field together?
Oh, it's cake now. I mean, I can almost feel him over there. We discuss things. I can feel what he's doing, and so we work really well together.
Eric, you had a chance to go against DeAndre White, former SEC player.
Mm-hmm.
How's his development so far?
He's been shining ever since he's gotten here. Making a lot of plays, has great hands, great speed, great quickness. So, like I said, another weapon for Cap to utilize. And we've got to get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing.
How do you view the opportunity to face the Cowboys and possibly Des Bryant, Romo, those guys, just get ready for this game?
It's a great opportunity going into the season. High-powered offense, great quarterback, great receiving group, a couple good tight ends, and it's something that we'll be able to see before the season. We'll probably make mistakes, but that's what the preseason is for, and it's just something good to do going into the season.
Put another field in there for you guys for this game. Is there concern still lingering among players about the surface?
I'm not worried about it. I mean, I trust our guys. They take great care of the field. Our practice field is amazing, so I trust that they'll get our playing field in that type of shape too.
As the players rep, did they come to you at all last season with concerns about getting that field right?
We talked about it. There were some games where we felt that the field was kind of shaky, but like I said, those guys got out there and they got it fixed. If there's ever a concern with the field or with anything, we have the type of organization where the players just have to say something and our guys will handle it.
Eric, was there any talk in the locker room about Chris Borland? And he was a big story earlier this week. Him kind of giving his views on football and the nature of what players are asked to do and the risks that they subject themselves to. Was there any?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the video, and you have to respect the way he feels about it. I mean, football is a violent sport, but you know what you sign up for when you put those shoulder pads on, and I agree with certain aspects of it. I disagree with certain aspects of it, but like I said, you have to respect his decision either way. I've had concussions, and I'm still here. I still love the sport. I think I'm still very healthy, so yeah.
Can you say what you disagreed with him about?
He compared it to boxing and MMA. Those are completely different sports, so I mean, I kind of disagree on that aspect, but it is a violent sport. I agree with that.
Did his decision make you have pause on yours?
No, not at all. I mean, every guy has to evaluate their decision, whether it's a concussion, whether it's an ankle sprain, a torn ACL. I mean, with any injury, you have to evaluate yourself and make a personal decision.
Couple more?
When you talked about the tight end group, what have you seen specifically from Vernon, certainly wanting to come back with a big year?
I mean, the thing that immediately comes to your mind when you think about Vernon is just speed. I mean, there's not many DBs that can keep up with that guy, and he's 230, 40 pounds, so he just presents an instant challenge for anybody matchup-wise. I mean, I think that's something that we'll utilize this year. A team might have to decide to put a nickel or a dime on them, and then might be lighting the run game. So I think I'm no offensive coordinator, but I think that's something that they would attack.
I think in this new defense that you're going to be asked to do more playmaking and maybe a little bit less of just staying back and playing center field?
I think so. The defense is very interchangeable. Guys do different things. They play different spots, different roles. And there's more opportunity to make plays, and I think a lot of guys like that. The workload is spread around, and it just depends on the game plan for that week.
Would you say it's a more aggressive approach? You talk about being interchangeable, like free safety, strong safety. You may even come in as a linebacker. Is that something that you feel is going to be beneficial for you guys moving forward?
Yeah, again, in certain instances, I feel like Coach Mangini will be very aggressive depending on the team we're playing and the game plan that he wants to use. So I like it.
All right, thanks, Eric.